Hello and welcome to a special edition of Programming for Noobs with Kirby. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple XNA game. So as you can see, we've already got a basic template for an XNA game, which you can get by going here, clicking Windows Game 3.1, and then typing in a name. Alright, so the first step is to load in our game content, which is already made, and it's right here. So we're going to go to our desktop and just navigate to it, and we're going to load all of it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to make is our title screen. So we're going to declare it as a texture, and we're going to load it in down here. Okay, we'll make sure it loads correctly. Alright. Now, in order to display it on the screen, we need a rectangle to be declared. So I'm going to go up here. Okay. Initialize. It's going to be 800. No. 800 by 600, like so. And then right down here, you have to call this function before you can draw anything on the screen. Pass in the parameters, and we get our title screen. Okay. Now, in order for it to actually detect if we've pressed the space bar, we have to get the keyboard state. So the way we do this is as follows. Declare it up here. Okay. And now, down here, we set this equal to keyboard.getState. And we're also going to need to make sure that they're not just holding down the space bar. And we can do that like this. So if keys pressed dot is key down keys dot space and last key pressed dot is key up keys dot space. Okay. Now we're going to have a variable to record whether or not they've pressed the space bar. Okay, space bar pressed equals 1. So we're only going to draw the title screen if space bar pressed equals 0. And we're going to record the last key pressed, or keys pressed, at all times. Okay. Now, for the actual game itself. So the first thing we want is a character that we can move up and down. And the way we're going to do this is, first we have to decide where on the screen we want the character to start. And I'm thinking somewhere in the middle, a little bit off to the right. Okay. So let's take this version that I have of our main character with a transparent background and move it in to our game content folder and get rid of this old version and load in the new version. Okay, there we go. Now the game makes this color transparent when it displays it. Okay. So we need to load in the character texture. And let's get rid of the JPEG version so it doesn't get confused here. Okay. And we need a rectangle to record the character's location. And we'll set it to 100, 350, 50, 100. And we will draw it on the screen. Only if the spacebar has already been pressed. Okay, that's pretty good. Well, that's all for part 1. See you again in part 2.